Alright, so I'm out here at the boat. This is the motor that has low compression that we're currently trying to repower. Which hopefully is going to happen in this video. But here's the fuel tank. But here's the fuel tank that's inside the boat. I don't know where exactly it's at. And I don't know why it's in use, but I got this primer bulb hooked up. I'm about to see what's in there. I know there's at least a little bit of liquid in there because I stuck a tungsten rod down in there to see. But we're about to see. Alright guys, we got the engine pulled off. Supposed to have somebody maybe coming tonight and get it. Currently trying to get all these wires pulled through right here, so maybe we can do that. But I got these knuckleheads working on it, Uncle Jack and Uncle Kev, so we'll see.
I'm trying. You gotta get that nicking.
I'm about to slap somebody. I ain't gonna name names, but it's gonna happen. Okay?
You gotta get that.
Hold the
line.
line.
It turned off. Pull the nicking. There you go.
Alright. Got all the wires and everything pulled through. Oh my gosh, you freaking bugs are terrible. Anyway, oh, we got a fan. Still. We're trying to put everything back together before he gets here. You don't want to see the inside of the boat. It's kind of dark. But... Alright guys, what's up? Currently in Van Cleve, Mississippi. As you can tell, we've got a donor motor. It's a Honda 75. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It was about 360 pounds according to Google. I thought it was a 70. And I thought it was from a newer year. That's why I thought it was closer around 280. But the boat is rated for a 75. So we'll see. It's going to be a little back heavy. But I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll have a bilge pump and there's scupper holes. I'm just worried the scupper hole is going to be underwater. But I guess as long as they're sealed, it'll be okay. We'll see. But we're about to go get some oysters while we're down here on the coast. And yeah, we'll get back to y'all when we get back to the house. So we got the motor here. About to try to get it up my truck, but I'm by myself. This thing weighs 360 pounds with no fluids in it. So whatever fluids in it also has that. But there's no mountain hook or nothing. And really, the only kind of little crane I got is this little winch right here that we have always used to lift these little, 20, 40 horse Yamahas. I ain't never lifted no. Now this is a 75 horse, but what it is it really is I think maybe, I know definitely a 90, but maybe even a smaller 115 or 130 size engine. You see it's a 75 on the Callan. But there's not a single way to lift this sunbuck up. So I got no idea as of right now, but I guess we're gonna try to figure it out. Alright, I got this motor stand right here. Again, 370 pounds. So it weighs 170 pounds more than 160 pounds more than me. It's 360 pounds. I can't remember, 359. But I'm gonna try to get on that little rinky-dink outboard stand right there. I'm gonna set y'all up just in case either I die or or something really funny happens. I got my steel toe Birkenstocks on, so. mounted. I say mounted, it's not screwed on there or nothing. I thought I was gonna try to tilt it up, try to hook up the battery to it. But just like whenever we got there yesterday, battery ain't able to hook nothing up to the battery. I should have got some more battery terminals now that I think about it, but it's mounted up. This strap is like stuck in there, so I can't get that out, but I'll have to cut that. But besides that, we got it ready to work on. Now we just got to figure out how to get it to turn over and everything. Alright, I got it hooked up to the battery and I got a jumper on it, so it's got power. Our trim unit's not working. And when you do this right here, well, it's not even clicking now. It was clicking. It sounded like something in the solenoid of the starter. Somebody use a screwdriver and see if I can jump it off. I hear something in there. I don't know. There's something in here. I can't tell what it is making this noise. Alright, you can hear that sound. You can feel it coming from there. I don't know what's in there or why it's doing that. But when I touch when I cross the bridge right here, it doesn't do anything but turn that off. Listen. So I'm thinking I have a faulty ground. Alright, for some reason I used the OEM set of grounds and they worked fine. At first my trim was stuck onto the down position, and now it's working fine. I say it's working fine. It's definitely a little bit, it's definitely missing some seals or something, I don't know. But it started turning over fine. Check the oil. I don't know where's the coolant. I'm assuming there's, oh no, oh crap, coolant. It's a freaking outboard. What am I thinking? It started running over. I ain't got it hooked up to water, but I'm gonna see if I can't get it to fire off. I got it hooked up to fuel. All right, let me get some water hooked up to this thing before I burn the impeller. All right, hook some water up to it, and I got the choke on. All right, take the choke off. We got fuel at that bottom carburetor. It's leaking out. Other ones look dry. I don't know what that means. I probably need to get our electronics out the water though. Probably a good idea. Old shade tree mechanic I am. Let's see. Alright, I noticed this washer flapping right there. I'm guessing that's loose right there. I'm not sure what that is though. I think that may have something to do with it. I think it may be a thermostat. Or that's probably our thermostat right there. Let's put that choke back on. Alright, y'all don't kill me, but I sprayed some ether in there to try to see if it would pop off. And you can see we got which that's probably not good, having any dirt dauber's nest in there. But so I'm sure the jets are a little bit clogged. Oh great, now our choke's stuck on. There it goes. But you can see all the fuel dripping out. So we're getting fuel up to our car, so it's not our fuel pump or fuel filter. I'm leaning towards spark, which you know sucks, but only thing to do is bring our spark plugs out and test and see. I was looking right here and I had these two wires right here switched around. Or wait, no, these. Ooh, that's my second. Okay, maybe that's switched around. I had a couple of these switched around, it looked like, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't have what to do with it. The wire length, I had it on there according to what. See, that don't even fit down there. There's no way. Let's put it back according to wire length. That's gonna make the most sense. I was, based on that line right there. Longest playing musical spark boot. Second longest. All right, let's see what that does. We're getting fuel to the cars. I mean, it's coming out a bunch, and now that don't mean that our idle jet isn't clogged or something like that, but we're getting fuel up to the carbs. It sounds healthy, it really does. Let's see if we're getting spark. With temperature, stuff like that. So I'm gonna rule out this right here, because there's nowhere to plug it in for right now. I tell you what, our kill switch is unplugged. Where's our kill switch at? Now, did I just do that, or has it been like that? Let's see what that does. We got spark now. So, as of right now, we got spark. So let's put this all back together. I'm about to look up the manual and figure out what these wires are, so we make sure we get them in the right rhythm. Oh, it's hot. All right, let's look up this manual. All right, I didn't have to look up the manual. I got all the spark plugs back in. It gives you little numbers in here, like 1, 4, 3, and 2. So I guess we're just gonna try to start it up again with the kill switch on. Let's prime our system and turn our chokes on. Make sure we're still getting plenty of fuel. Oh yeah, I'm seeing fuel come up out of there. I'm not seeing any. Looks like I just see them coming out of this one and this one. Oh, there goes some fuel right there. All right, let's check this dude. Contact. Well, there we go. Contact. We got severe fuel leakage out of these little ports right here. Severe. You don't see it. And we're not pumping water yet. I bet that's clogged. Let me unclog this. You can see severe fuel leakage. Looks like it's coming out of these right here. But got fuel coming out the carbs too. All right, let me get something to clean that out with. All right, I sprayed some compressed air up into here. Now it's peeing good. We still got lots of fuel leaking. It looks like it's mainly out of this carb right here. Coming out right out of there. But it's peeing good. It's about to die. Oh, it's leaking bad right there. right, last night, it's next day. Last night we got this thing running pretty good, except for the fact we were leaking out of this carb, needle valve sticking in there. Now it's leaking out this carb. I thought I'd crank it up and show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. Contact. As you can see, starts right up, it runs good, but we're leaking. We're actually leaking out of that right now instead of this. We're leaking a little bit out of this, but we fixed it in this one. I got this open right now. Mine's leaking right there. We're leaking out of here. Our valve's getting hung up. Contact. So I don't know how well y'all can hear me, but it's running good. The only problem is we're leaking water right here. This I think it's the thermostat. We're missing a bolt right there. So I gotta find a bolt for that. I can't find one right now. I can't imagine I'll ever find one somewhere else, but we're gonna try. All right, it's super bright out here, but I got everything cleaned up around here. I got the boat backed up right here. Now we're gonna bring in the tractor about right where I'm standing. I say we, I'm all by myself. I actually may pull up and I need to take the bolts off and everything. But we'll have to get the tractor in here, lift this up, take this out from under it, slide the steering in and set it down, and then drop the bolts through. All right, guys, it's the next day. Right here, we just lifted this back off. I didn't figure I wanted to see that again. And we hooked up our steering this time. Now we're getting on to fix the tilt and trim unit. I believe it's just low on fluid. So I'm trying to figure out how to, we're trying to figure out how to do all that. I got a general idea, and I got some ATF to put in there with it. But we're about to try to figure out this. All right, we're freaking disgusting. But right now, we've torn out all the wiring, the existing wiring, except for what goes to the stuff, and except for our speakers since they work. And then we ran our lead from our motor. I think I already discussed that. But we got all that done, all the motor, but we still got to run the stuff. We had unscrewed that, but just the live well plumbing is keeping it in place, so we're not gonna be able to do that. So we just screwed it back in place. Right now, I pumped the gas tank out, and I'll put a video of that in there. It was straight yellow, cloudy mess. It was freaking disgusting. And I got as much out as I could. Now we put some dish soap and some water in there because, I mean, I didn't want to because, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the water out because I couldn't get all the gas out. So, I mean, I can only make it worse, I guess. And we just ended up having to use the auxiliary fuel tank. But, yep, we're probably done with the wine tonight. Just gonna try to see what we can do with this fuel tank. I'm pretty hungry. It's already like 8 o'clock. But yeah, we'll keep on working, keep on trucking at it. All right, little update video, guys. I don't know, I've been kind of occupied filming everything. It's freaking disgusting. But we got this mounted up. Got all that put together. We got the bench shit out because we're about to pressure wash it. You can see it's disgusting, as are everything. We got the nav lights, they're kind of work. Got the interior lights and the speakers. I guess it's wired up better than it was. Maybe, but we're about to pressure wash it and get it all clean. All right, I think I finally got it all tidied up. After we got it all put together last night and started up, we had another carb leaking. And so took it off this morning and redid it, fixed it, and then another carb started leaking. So I took it off, fixed it. It had a bunch of gunk in it. So I completely cleaned it. And now it's running. I ran it for about 30 minutes, running out of fuel. I got it connected to the big old nasty gas tank in there. We got filled up with gas. Right now it's pretty much completely empty with just some sea foam and some other residue left behind. So hopefully when we fill up with gas, it can kind of make its way out with the sea foam. Transfer saver's a little suspect. I'm trying to figure out a better way for it because we have about a 5-hour drive with this thing Monday. It's currently Saturday at noon, and I gotta have this. We're gonna try to redo this trailer, which will be a separate video, I think, as of right now. But today we're gonna try to take it to our local lake. Well, it's just 15 minutes down the road, and try to get some of the kinks worked out before we take it way up to Smith Lake in Alabama. So, yep, looks pretty clean, pretty nice. I love it. But like you can tell, we may add some fenders and these new leaf springs. The frame's currently on the axle, new wheels and tires, and I mean, we don't know about the hubs yet. We got to get everything apart. But yeah, we'll see. All right, we're here at the boat ramp, and holy crap, was that an epic fail. We backed it down, and I immediately started taking on water right here. I mean, it came over, and then it came out the scupper holes, and so we just I mean, literally water coming in our scupper holes. Whenever I stood back there, the only way I could get it to not come in scupper holes, that's Jack backing down right there. We brought his boat too, was when I'd stand on the front. So this motor is way too heavy. We tried it again too, just to see, but I mean, the scupper holes would bring on water, and the second time we did it, we tried to back it down really quick, and I had water even coming over here, and I had water go all the way up to my bow, and it was pretty scary. But I had water coming in the scupper holes and then going into that hole, which is how my rigging was run through, because the rigging is on opposite sides of other motors on this one. So the motor actually ran great, started up and ran great, and even went into gear great when I had to go put it back on the trailer because it was about to sink. But I guess we're gonna get home and list this motor. All this work we've done to get it mounted up and get it running right, and it's too heavy. So I thought, you know, taking the extra gas tank off that was right there and getting that one working, and it's about 370 pounds, which is about 120 pounds more than the 50. But yep. Now we're on the lookout. I guess we're going to have to find a 2-stroke, because I can't imagine we'll be able to find an older 4-stroke that's in my price range that we can afford. So, yep. If anybody's interested in a 75 horsepower Honda 4-stroke, sorry y'all guys didn't get to see the end of this video turn out like you wanted. At least the boat looks good. It just wasn't just too heavy. But if anybody's looking for a 75 horse Honda, it runs great. I got all the controls and rigging. I'll put my Instagram down in the bio or the description. Y'all can message me. But yep, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for when we put the next motor on this boat. Well, one more thing I'll let y'all know before I go. This right here coming out with drain plug is straight gas after we just filled up this gas tank about 30 minutes ago. So looks like we got a leak in our gas tank right there, or from somewhere. We don't know quite where yet. Maybe it's just from the vent hole, because the vent is not right on. I don't know. All right, thank y'all for watching though. See you on the next one.